Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome to the living room as I'm about to watch episode 3 of the new Amazon Prime series, Reacher, which I want to call Jack Reacher, but it's just called Reacher. And I, though, am enjoying myself thoroughly so far. Although episode 2 I didn't like as much as episode 1, but it was a still pretty solid episode. We got a lot of characterization in it. Or I should say we got a different, like we took a step to the side to see Reacher sort of in a different light. Because episode 1, we saw he's very quiet, but can he land a punch? And last episode, he was a lot more chatty, and we saw his thought process as he worked over a crime scene, which I found interesting. And somebody, and I can't remember who mentioned in my comments, but it's almost, and I don't know if it's confirmed, so I'm just going to say, possible he is on a spectrum, the spectrum, somehow. And that's just how he processes. He's very quick to turn. Also, when you've seen the amount of shit he has probably seen, it desensitizes you a bit. And you have to remember that there's other people who may not be that used to death and destruction and whatnot, or hearing that their loved one is killed. Mrs. Hubble, whatever, Charlie, I think that was her name. She could probably use the hear the news that her husband has passed or might be dead a little bit softer. But that's not Reacher. Reacher is not soft at all. So I'm excited to see what happens in episode 3. We left off basically where they have kind of figured out some of the police force is dirty. The chief was mutilated to death. The mayor is now taken over as chief of police, and I think the actor's name, no, it's not Lane Davies, but it sounds like Lane Davies, but it's not Lane Davies. Anywho, the actor who always plays the douche canoe is now the mayor. And we're trying to figure out what the initial crime is. The murders are attached to the crime, but we're now needing to figure out what that crime is. So let's get to it. I've got my big cozy blanket because today was cold as hell, and I'm working on champagne cocktails today, all because we're celebrating. As of today, I hit that magic 1,000 subscriber hit on YouTube. Thank you so much. So we're going to celebrate with an ambrosia cocktail and an Americana cocktail. Link to how you make this will be down below in the description eventually when I get that edited. But thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here with me. So let's get to it.
I know you're scared, but I'm
scared.
I think she's more pissed off than scared.
By the FBI and Central Intelligence. Scored a 99th percentile in IQ, but only an 80% on the psych eval. You want to know why, you condescending asshole? I lack the ability to tolerate horse shit.
Who else is dead now?
Finley?
Got an idea on the body that was found with Joe.
Oh. What? First, I thought they cut down her tree. How dare they? But what are they doing?
Never trust a weapon you haven't personally
And that's
test
where you're going to choose to test fire it. Someone was swinging his dick there. Thwack, thwack. Thwack, thwack.
43, married, resides in Atlanta.
So this guy's from Atlanta. And Finley's guide, Picard, is from Atlanta. I'm not feeling so secure about Charlie's safety.
Hi, Molly Beth.
Oh, Joe. Oh, thank God. Why haven't you returned my calls? I was so worried.
Do they sound the same?
Jack Reacher. Joe's brother. Joe's dead. He was murdered. We think his death may be related to his work.
I don't like how they're just having this conversation in the middle of a hallway.
I don't know. He was running a classified investigation. I just don't know the details.
I think she had a thing going with him.
No, he assigned his current case to himself. Nobody knew about it.
You did.
We were close.
Mm-hmm. Really close.
I can try to get his files for you.
Thank you. The hard copies only. I don't want a digital trail.
Why?
Seems whatever Joe was into, people were killed over it. We don't want anything leading back to you. We need to keep this quiet.
Shouldn't I tell his superiors?
Absolutely not.
Well, we can't trust the Secret Service.
No.
Joe kept this top secret for a reason.
I trust nobody. And if I worked in Secret Service, I would really trust nobody.
But right now, I need you back in uniform and at the station house. Pretend to look for the ex-cons who killed the Morrisons.
I'm sorry, what?
Somebody has to.
I'm gonna pay a visit to that jail guard Spivey.
I'll come.
Because it went so well the last time. Well, it shows you how desperate I am. So be smart, don't break the law, and promise me you won't end up in another holding cell.
No.
Is he a twin? They look just the same, those two officers.
My cousin Charlie's not picking up her phone. Just wondering if you know something I don't.
No. Do you?
No. Just trying to figure out what the hell's going on around here.
How are you now?
Tanner Spivey.
Is Mr. Spivey dead? Or did he get out of town? Nosy neighbor across the street, always good. Is she gonna call the police? Because there's a black man on the porch and it's not his jurisdiction. Mr. Hootenanny.
Call the police!
So, let's start at the beginning. What was the date that delivery truck hit you?
There was no truck. I made up a story so you'd see me. Now give me your file on Pete Jobling.
Give it to me.
I will ruin your life with one phone call.
I'll end your life with one phone. Pull up Jobling's file.
Was this how he worked his investigations? Because I don't think that would hold up in a court of law.
Listen, man. You should have told us you were a cop.
You didn't give him a chance.
Hard to do with a boot in your mouth.
I bet that place has really good chicken. It looks like it's really good chicken. If it doesn't, that'd be so disappointing.
2 fried chicken thighs, fried okra, ribs, collard greens, poke greens, rice with giblet gravy, cottage cheese and peaches, buttermilk chicken sandwich with coleslaw, and for you, spinach salad, dressing on the side.
Thanks.
I was embarrassed ordering that.
How do you eat like that and still look like you do?
Like this. So roads are leading to Kleiner.
The patron saint of Margrave. You really think that he could be counterfeiting?
Totally. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna break into Kleiner's tonight and see if I can find something that connects in.
You can't just sit there and say you're gonna violate the Fourth Amendment while you eat okra.
Yes, I can. You wanna see me do it again? I won't break into Kleiner's office. I'll walk in and talk to him. Now, I'm coming.
Dude, no, eat the rest of your chicken. The champagne's rather strong.
I'm taking those ribs to go.
Oh, is he gonna feed the dog?
You hungry?
Rachel, what are you doing?
Owner's been leaving him out. Not giving him water.
Means he's probably not feeding him.
I'll do the talking.
Good. I don't like talking.
You know, it's not how it's gonna go down at all. In the slightest.
After all I've done for this town, after all I've invested into it, I'm a little insulted to be under suspicion.
Who said he was under suspicion? He kind of went from 0 to 100 in a nanosecond.
Some friendly advice? This evidence trail you're following, it's a waste of time for you and for me. Leave it.
Horatio Finley.
Excuse me?
My father's name. You might think you're everybody's daddy in this town, but you're not mine. You don't tell me what leads to chase and how to chase them. So if I may give you some friendly advice, if you keep talking to the cops on my force, hinder this investigation in any way, I will put my fucking foot up your fucking ass until your heart fucking stops.
Like these two goons could do anything at all.
You're not my daddy. Horatio Finley's my daddy.
That's great.
We just came from the hospital. Heard his bishop had his face bashed in with this.
What is that?
Joe, did you do this?
All signs indicate yes.
Did he do it? Or did Jack do it and he took the fall? Interesting.
You're not safe at home anymore.
No shit.
You been here a year? Who's your decorator, this guy?
Ooh, so that's his apartment at the hotel. Interesting.
We're not dealing with a small-scale operation. This thing's a hydra. I cut off one head, 2 more grow in its place. There's no justice for Joe in that.
Get off my truck.
Siggly Piggly boy.
Did he tell you all about himself, or is there not much talking going
Piggly
on?
Piggly boy, go away.
I wouldn't have to resort to this if you would ever go out with me.
Has he asked her before?
You guys are so close, he must have told you about Baghdad, right? About those civilians that he killed?
Yeah, he kind of admitted to that, like episode 1, minute 10.
I'm confused. You're a currency manager. What did you say his name was again?
It was Paul Hubble.
So this Hubble guy quit the bank a year ago.
Yep. Up and left without
A
so much as 2 weeks
year
notice.
ago.
Kind
Huh.
$2 bill. Gambling addicts get him in change at the racetrack on account of the standard $2 bet. Something tells me you wager more than you make and you can use some extra cash.
Guilty as charged.
You know Tanner Spivey?
He's not going to tell you anything.
Dude.
And he don't need anyone asking about his business.
He just takes it and walks away.
You know the thing about boxing, too many rules. Where's Spivey?
You left down. There's some Spanish guys, real fast.
He sings immediately. Gosh, the way he just walks around at night. Just, someone's gonna get him.
There you go. Stay with me, boys.
Por ahí, que no puede ir muy lejos.
That's such a great shot of him just coming up behind them. Jeez. Wait, he took them out without even asking questions. Where did he get, oh, the gloves from that's what he took. I thought he took a towel from the bar, but he took gloves. He just took them out? I don't know how I feel about this. Were they going to kill him? Probably yes. But who else is in the car? Who's in the car?
Hello, Spivey.
Shit. So there was lots going on in that episode. And maybe champagne wasn't the best thing to drink. while I was watching it. Let me see if I can collate everything together. So, Finley, perhaps he was hired because he was an outsider. And whatever Kleiner, Finer, whatever the big crime is, which it sounds like as if it's counterfeiting, is happening, they figured him being the only detective, because it seems as if he's the only detective on the force in Margrave, that it would be easy to dismiss him or to run him over or whatnot because he is an outsider. Now, Picard, and I was going to say this before, but I totally forgot. The reason I don't know if Picard can be trusted, because if he was just a friend of Finley's, they could have said, hey, I have a friend who can take care of Charlie and the kids. Done. Did they need to go to the length of casting an actor to be Picard to show him taking Charlie and the kids away? So that's why I'm thinking Picard may be a bigger piece to the puzzle than we're thinking. Yeah. Now, okay, so I think her name was Mary Beth, the Secret Service lady. I'm sorry. Again, as I said earlier, if you work in the Secret Service, you know shit goes down. There's bajillions of bad things happening all the time. So either she's new to the Secret Service or she doesn't know how it works, because I'm thinking, yeah, there's an investigation. The director of something has been murdered. You want to keep that locked down as far as the information that you give out to whom and when and how. Maybe because I don't trust people. That's how I automatically roll, and I don't see it, and I see it that way. I don't know. There's lots of, when I do what I'm thinking. There's lots of things at play here. But we are third-ish of the way through, so we're still escalating in our story. There's still more things to learn before we start on the downhill train. Baby Kleiner. Is it only written in the script that he leans against trucks? That might be his only stage direction. I don't know. But I'm intrigued. Not very much punching, but I see that they fit in some punching in here. I guess that was just to make me happy. I don't know. But I'm still intrigued. But yeah, so there we go. Episode 3 of Reacher. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you've clicked that subscribe button so you can join me on further adventures. And I also hope that you have taken a moment today to just breathe. Just draw in a breath. Did you have a sip or two of water? Did you eat something today? I want you to take care of yourself so that you can come back and join me and enjoy this thing that we call life. So thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. So until next time, y'all.